Hello and welcome to this live session. It's live tapping on procrastination. So we are going to be doing a procrastination busting session today. We've got 6 rounds of tapping to get through, which will hopefully help you to start to feel more in control of your productivity, so that you can approach your daily tasks with a sense of kind of calm and focus, because that's what we all would really need. So before we get started, we're just going to measure your SUDS level. So that's your subjective units of distress, and that's the amount of discomfort or distress or anxiety that you feel when you think about procrastination. So I just want you to kind of tune in for a moment and think about a time, perhaps in the last few days or the last week or so, where you've procrastinated, where you've got your long to-do list and you think, don't want to do that, don't want to do that, I'll just do this easy thing. Or there's a time where you've got really easily distracted by social media, and then you come back to your list and you just start thinking, oh God, I'm really overwhelmed. Why can't I do this? I'm so frustrated. I'm so lazy. Just tuning in and just thinking about what that's bringing up for you in terms of your anxieties about it. So we've got the scale of 1 to 10. So 10 is feeling really activated, like, oh, this is a really big problem for me. I'm feeling really anxious about it. I know I've got something big that I need to do and I'm not doing it. And then 0 is no distress or at all. So that's a kind of completely neutral feeling. So just measure that on a scale of 1 to 10. If you're with me live and you're brave enough to pop that in the comments, then please do. Likewise, if you're watching the replay and you'd like to share your scores, it'd be really interesting to see if we can get those shifted down a little bit for you. So let's get started. So we're going to start with a nice deep calming breath. So just breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And then tapping on the side of the hands, repeating out loud ideally, but you can just say this in your mind if you prefer. And feel free to change up any words or phrases that don't quite sit right with you. Tapping is better the more specific it is. So feel free to just make any changes that you want to this tapping video. So even though I feel overwhelmed and anxious, when I'm faced with my to-do list, when I'm faced with all those tasks that I've been putting off, perhaps there's something in particular, you might want to just bring that to mind if there is. I choose to tap into my inner strength and take action with ease and confidence. Even though this is a kind of habit of mine, I tend to put things off. I tend to struggle to get things done. I struggle to get things started. I choose to just acknowledge whatever's coming up for me. Just acknowledge any resistance. And be open to leaning into trust. Even though I'm so conflicted when it comes to procrastination, some parts of me want to crack on and get things done. Another part of me wants everything to be perfect, 100% perfect. And there's other parts of me that feel scared, overwhelmed, maybe even confused. I choose to deeply and completely love, honor, and accept all parts of myself. And then up to the eyebrow points. You can tap on both sides or one side, whatever's most comfortable for you. So I feel so overwhelmed about all the things that I need to do, that I want to do. I feel so overwhelmed. Side of the eye. I can't seem to get started. I just can't get going. There's a block there. And it's causing me stress and anxiety. Under the eye. I keep putting things off. And the more I put them off, the more stressed and anxious I become. Under the nose. It's like I really want to be this organized person. I really want to be calm and productive and laser focused. Chin point, but I don't know where to start. I don't know how to start. Collarbone points. And there's part of me that's scared I'm going to just mess things up or just not do a good job. Under the arm. And then I allow myself to get distracted by XYZ. What's your main distraction? I allow myself to get distracted by, maybe it's social media, buzzes, pings, notifications, easy things, top of the head. And that just keeps me stuck in this loop of procrastination. Eyebrow point. I just can't seem to stop procrastinating. Just can't seem to stop. Side of the eye, even though I really want to. I really do. Under the eye. And I get so frustrated at myself. Under the nose. And I beat myself up about it. My negative inner chatter starts up. I'm lazy. I'm stupid. I'm not enough. I can't do it. I'm inadequate. Chin point. And sometimes I think, what's the point of starting something if I failed before? Or I'm going to mess it up? Or it's not going to be good enough? If I can't do it perfectly, what's the point? Collarbone point. And the more that I put things off, and there might be one thing in particular here, the bigger and more daunting and overwhelming they feel, or it feels. Under the arm. And when that happens, I just then distract myself, find something more pleasant to do to get that kind of feel good feeling, make myself feel better in some way, even if that doesn't serve me in the long term. Top of the head. It's like these short-term quick fixes that don't help me address procrastination. Eyebrow points. Maybe there's a part of me that is afraid of failing. Maybe that's scary. Side of the eye. Maybe there's something deeper going on here that I might need to explore. And that's okay. Under the eye. I mean, I could keep procrastinating. Could just carry on the way I am. Under the nose. Or I could try and let it go. Chin point. Because I can choose. I can choose to procrastinate, and I can choose not to procrastinate. Collarbone points. So I'm open to thinking about ways that I benefit from procrastination. This might be a tricky one. Just thinking about when you procrastinate, is there a benefit to that? What is the gain of procrastinating? And you can just pause here for a second if you want to and just have a think about that for a moment. Like if you're procrastinating about something that you need to do in your business, what does that mean? Like, does that mean that you don't have to show up in some way, or that if you don't try, you don't fail? There might be all sorts of things going on. So just thinking about some of those benefits of procrastination. Under the arm, and likewise thinking about some of the disadvantages of procrastination, which I'm sure you're well aware of. So how does procrastination not benefit you? What's it stopping you from doing? Maybe it's stopping you from meeting particular goals in your business, stopping you from moving forward, holding you back. Top of the head, repeating after me. I'm open to becoming more aware around procrastination. I'm open to becoming more aware. And reminding myself that's always through a lens of self-compassion. So we've got 3 more rounds now. We're going to start to shift into some positives now. So eyebrow point. Maybe I could start slow and small, like teeny. Maybe I could. Side of the eye. Maybe some of those big things could be broken down. Into those small manageable steps. Under the eye, maybe I could choose to trust myself around this a bit more. Trust that I can handle each step at a time. Under the nose, and I could also choose to focus on just one thing at a time and not try and spin all the plates and do all the things. One thing at a time. Chin points. Maybe I could trust that everything will come together in the end. Maybe it has done before. Collarbone point. I choose to let go of my fear of failure. Under the arm. And I choose to have more faith in my ability to succeed. And that includes all the small successes. Top of the head. I choose, in fact, to take one very small action today. on something I've been procrastinating about. Just one thing. And let's just think about this for a moment. So that might mean that you make a list. That might mean that you just do a brain dump. That might mean that you break down a big task. What does it mean for you? I choose to take one small action today. And you can write this down at the end. Write down that thing so you can tick it off. Eyebrow point. I fully acknowledge my resistance to taking action. I fully acknowledge it. Side of the eye. And I thank that part of me for keeping me safe. Under the eye. I choose to let go of the need for everything to have to be completely perfect. Just letting go some of that perfectionism a little bit. Under the nose. And I choose progress over perfection. Progress over perfection. Done is better than perfect. Good enough is good enough. Chin point. I choose to take action and learn from my mistakes. Because it's okay to make mistakes. Collarbone point. And every single step forward, no matter how small, is a step in the right direction. Under the arm. So I choose to feel more confident and capable around this. Top of the head. And trust in my abilities a bit more. Back myself. That I can get things done with calm focus. So final round now. So let's just have a more confident stance. So just put your shoulders back, head up, chest out a little bit. Nice confident stance. I give myself permission to let go of my old procrastination habits. I give myself permission to let go of my old procrastination habits. Side of the eye. I've done hard things before and I can do them again. 100%. Why wouldn't I be able to? Under the eye. And there have been literally so many times where I've been super productive. All those things I've achieved. Projects completed, work done, stuff out there in the universe. I've done it before. Under the nose. So I'm reminding myself how far I've come. Just thinking about that. How far you've come, all the things that you have done. Chin point. I am backing myself and making myself proud. No more procrastinating. Collarbone point. Even if I focus just for 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, that's better than procrastinating. Even if it's just 10 minutes. Under the arm. I choose to celebrate all my progress. Every single small step. Progress over perfection. Celebrating those little wins all the time. Virtual pat on the back. Mini high five. Little cheerlead. Go me. Oh my God, I did that thing. So proud of myself. Top of the head. Every small win counts. Every small win counts. Okay, so nice deep breath. Stop tapping. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. And then just place both hands on your heart center. Close your eyes if you feel comfortable to do so. We're just inviting that compassion into your heart. So that lovely compassionate awareness of when you're procrastinating. So next time you notice yourself doing it, which you might well do, and that's okay, just compassionate awareness, thinking, here I go. I'm procrastinating again. I wonder why that is. And just taking a bit of time to explore it, being really kind and gentle with yourself, to yourself. And for a moment, just let that lovely calm focus wash over you. Maybe you've already got something in your mind that you want to do and you're starting to feel kind of eager to get that thing done. Just acknowledging how much pressure that you've been putting on yourself. And you've just been doing what you thought was best and right at the time, and that's okay. So we're going to try and speak to ourselves in a really kind way. And we're going to focus on the small wins and the small progressions and successes. Nice deep breath, just feeling grounded and strong, ready to get going, ready to take one small action, excited. No more procrastinating. We're going to get one thing done today, and that's good enough. 10 minutes, progress over perfection. Nice deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Open your eyes, have a stretch, have a little wiggle if you want to. And we're just going to check in again with that SUD scale. So at the beginning, I asked you how much anxiety, procrastination was causing you. So let's check in again. And hopefully, if you're thinking about procrastination now, maybe there's one specific thing you've been putting off. I'd love to know if that score has shifted downwards for you. If it hasn't, if it stayed the same, if it's gone up, that's okay as well. You can repeat this tapping process. Remember to try and be as specific as you can be. So maybe there's one particular thing that you're procrastinating about. Make sure that's in your mind as you're tapping, as you're thinking and pondering. Do some journaling as well, see what's coming up for you when you're procrastinating, thinking about those benefits and those gains to procrastinating, because sometimes there's a lot of treasure in there. So thank you so much for tapping with me today. Really hope that's helped you. Do let me know in the comments, especially if you want to be accountable. Maybe you want to put something in there that you're going to do today, and I'll check in with you again and say, yeah, you did it. Well done. Thanks again. Bye.